So you don't start at the top. We start at the bottom and work up. And you don't get to just start with 1 or 2 or 3. You want to learn to do a figure valuation. You do 50 and 100 and 500. So you recognize all of those figure variations, all those variables. You do hundreds of personal style evaluations. So you learn all of those variables that you've got to be tuned into. Now, what I'm thrilled to be able to bring to this new industry in India are the materials that I've developed over the many years, starting with the university classroom and then taking those materials out of the classroom and into the public arena. You know, in academia, in theory, for a lot of places, it's all about research. But research without application is dead. You get to apply it, make it mean something, and that's exciting. And I pledge to you that as long as the Agarwals remain associated with me, I will prepare and provide for you new and improved materials and methods intended to help you become successful. Now, with that in mind, look what I got. I got a whole new set, a whole new edition of your books. Okay? So it'll be the content. It'll be content. Those of you who've been through the program have already learned. Those just starting, you'll be getting it. And all the basic is still there, but I've added a few new things. Now, not the fancy book like my publisher puts out, because my publisher would never let me get a new edition every time I want to add something new, right? So I'm always adding a little bit new. But this time, Kathy and I decided, or I guess I decided and you had to come along. She keeps thinking I'm going to finish. Doesn't happen. But we did come to a place where bringing the soft files to you to be able to get a whole new set of books out to all of you. And what you need to do with those books is get your old book, transfer any notes and so on, throw away the old one, and get going with the new. And we've got lots of new and exciting things coming in the new year, I promise. Now those quotes, and I'll conclude with this. This one's Einstein's delivery. It's never too late to become who you want to be. I love that. In America, the average age of someone coming into the image industry is 40. It's never too late to become who you want to be, if you're willing to put out the work. I say that life is like a puzzle, pieced together with your dreams and your diligence. All the wonderful dreams in the world won't do it unless you'll put forth. And we're there for you in that sense. So never too late to become who you want to be. And Nicola, I loved what you shared with me yesterday. This is going to be a new quote all the time I'm going to use. And you know who it's from? Let's see if they can tell me. Be the change you wish to see. Okay, I'm taking that home. It absolutely goes right along with all of this, and that I've always thought and felt. Someday it would be fun to share with you the other Indian points of my background that I had no idea would come to bear a relationship like we have now. Well, as I said, America's going down the tube in a t-shirt. America needs me and the image management professionals there. Don't let it happen in India. IMPA needs you. India needs you. The world needs you. And that's what it's all about, what we can do, what we can deliver. And I pray for you that success that you seek. Thank you.
The floor is now open for any questions that you may have for Judith. Yes, we have mics around, so those who have a question, please raise your hand. And please make the most of this opportunity because you have Judith right here to answer them.
Now, those who know me, I like to get down with you. I don't like to be up there. I like to be down here. What can I answer? What questions do you have?
Hi Judith, I'm Upasna, I'm from Delhi batch. I'm still going through my course and hopefully within a couple of months I'll be finishing up. So what I want to know is what is the key for starters who are actually trying to get into the business, the actual business after completion of the course? What would be the key for us?
Mastery. Stick with it. Just by having the stuff doesn't do it.
Right.
You've got to study it. You've got to internalize it. That's why in your books there are exercises, interactive exercises. I send you home with something, a vehicle, a tool to bring you into the use of your information. And you've got to apply it to yourself before you can ever try to apply it to somebody else.
Right.
So that mastery, continued study, you know, it's comical. I wrote these books, but every once in a while, I reread some of it, and I'll second guess what ought to be coming. I forget what I wrote, and I'm thinking what ought to be coming, and the funnest thing is discovering, oh, she did it. There it is. What you needed to know, it's there. So you really have to get back into those books again and again and again. You've got to have it in your head to come out of your mouth. Are you with me?
Yes, absolutely.
So study, study, study. And it's a lifelong effort. Now, these books I bring, and if you were to see the whole program of materials, it fits in a legal size file box that big. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you're getting. So there's lots to study, lots to learn, and we're always filling it more. Okay?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Renu Mehra. I'm from Delhi. What I want to know is that image consultancy is very important for all professionals. There's no doubt about it. But professionalism begins at all levels. And we're also talking about the service industry at the basic level. Now, I'm in a program for the Government of India. I train people who are absolutely at the basic level. They are drivers, they are kitchen staff. I'm training at various levels. So we need some guidelines for such people who cannot stick to the style scale, but need to be part of, what kind of style scale to be fitting into the service industry that they are part of?
I work with the service industries all the time. Absolutely. Construction workers.
Yes.
They're going to be dressed on level 2. I want them in a shirt with a collar, a durable fabric shirt, probably a denim, but tan color, blue color, something else.
Yes.
And shirt with a collar, lift the look, frame the face, focus attention here as they communicate with one another and their bosses and so on. Okay. Looking like they've got a brain. They know what to do, how to do it. They're going to get it done.
Wonderful. Yes.
So level 2.
Level 2.
Level 2 on the style scale. And there's, how many styles of shirts are there out there? But just your basic. Now, in America, we used to talk about all the time, and they still do, I guess, the blue collar and the white collar worker. Okay, and so that collar, it's important. It is truly important. So even that construction worker.
Want to give him the dignity. That's the most important part.
Yes, and that gives the dignity. That construction worker, the street worker, the janitorial staff, whatever, in T-shirt and jeans with holes in them. I got to tell you, and it's in one of our book pages. You're going to see it tomorrow, those of you going through the program with me tomorrow. When you dress down, you tend to feel down, and you look down, and you just don't get up. We want to lift that look.
We want to make them feel that they are as important to any industry as anybody else.
Absolutely. You know, fun group I worked with, probation officers, real people out in the field. And they tend to do most of their consulting with their clients on the parking lot. We're not going to put them in a 3-piece suit, but I wanted to get them out of their ski parkas, because ski parkas are thick and cushy and pushy, soft. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. Doesn't work. We needed to tailor them up a little bit. Now I had one a gal in a particular group, I'll never forget her, and she came up to me. She was really upset. She'd been sent to come to my seminar. She didn't want to be there. You'll face that. Welcome to the club. But she was being told she had to wear a skirt, and she didn't want to have to wear a skirt. She worked in a rural area, didn't need a skirt. So we had a little talk about different styles of skirt, different fabrications, a corduroy skirt, a denim skirt, suede cloth skirt, all of these kinds of things, the length so she could move around, even get down on the floor if she had to, whatever. Well, so fun. We had that talk, and I say, I'd never forgotten her. But I got a letter just a couple of years ago, 20 years after the fact. 20 years later, I'd always wanted to know and wondered what happened to her. I got the letter. And she says, you're not going to remember me, but, well, I did. She thanked me for the simplicity of what I taught her and showed her, and told me that she is now the head of the district, teaching other men and women what to wear on the job, to look like they got a brain, know what to do, how to do it, and they're going to get it done. Okay? So we've got what they need. We just got to figure out how to teach them and tell them. And that's not easy. You know, I'll say it again tomorrow. We work in one of the most difficult industries. There's more, it's one of the most emotional, that's what I should say, one of the most emotionally based fields. And so to get through to all of those workers, and those workers, along with the high-tech people, assume that we don't know that they don't have to wear a three-piece suit. So we've got to disarm that quick and let them know we have all these levels that we work with, and in between the levels. And we can mix with the levels, and we will come up with what is not only appropriate but authentic for them. Okay?